Hi everyone, welcome back to Beach Angel Tarot. I'm here to do a reading for your specific person for this week. We're going to look at the energies. Pardon me for the noise in the background. It's a lot of traffic this week. Or this evening. And we're going to see what comes up. So we're going to use this deck. This is the Beautiful Creatures Tarot. For those that are interested, I'm going to start with a Shapeshifters, Oracle of the Shapeshifters too. So we're tapping into the collective that are guided to this reading for your specific person. And this one fell out, and we have Miss Spiderweb, reconsider your alliances, make new connections, number 14. This reminds me of the internet, of course, something online, something on the internet. I'm going to also undercurrent is the unending sadness of looking back, endless regret, obsessive grief, replaying the past, negative thoughts, or negative nostalgia was in the undercurrent, which I'm going to pull it too, and then I'm going to pull another one. So this is something to do with the past in regards to maybe conversations. We're looking at your person's energy in regards to you, maybe what they're thinking. So this is the messages from their higher self. So I feel like they're looking back, maybe at you online, and they may be looking at conversations. They're regretting something from the past. They're replaying the past. So they're replaying the past. So if you sent them pictures, they're re-looking at their pictures. If you have videos, they're rewatching your videos. But there's sad. There's nostalgia. There's regret. There's regret around this. So there's obviously been in some sort of ending. I feel like for those that are watching are not in any communication. Remember your allies, make new connections. So they're remembering you as an ally, and I feel like they want to make a new connection with you, is what I'm getting from this. Now that's just my intuitive feel for it. We're going to see what else comes. We have 14, which is 5. 14 is the Temperance card. Temperance in tarot is healing, and it's moderation, but it's also restraining. It's also like tempering the energy, holding back. Kind of a little like the Strength card, but a little more, it's a little different than just the Strength card. They're trying to reconcile, you know, in the holding back. I feel like they're not coming forward because they're trying to reconcile something. It's like making sense of it before they do so. There's like a back and forth in their mind. They're trying to come into one. It's like it's showing me this the Chariot card in my head, like, you know, there's a black and white horse, and, you know, trying to harness the energies to go in one direction. Like, where am I going? Trying to figure out where I'm going, how I'm going to move this, or how I'm going to move past the past, or how I'm going to move this from the past into the future. So I feel like they're reconsidering your alliance, they're reconsidering you, they're remembering the past, and they want to make a new connection with you, I feel, in the future or now, but they're just kind of replaying things in a way that's bringing them sadness. And if you're energetically connected very strongly and you're sad, they're feeling your sadness. And this could also be mirroring. This could be something that you're doing and you guys are mirroring each other. Beauty and the Beast. You need some space in a relationship. And I think it is number 8, honestly. So this is this is messages to you from their higher self, from, you know, their thoughts about the relationship. So, you know, this isn't to say you're the beauty and they're the beast. There's a beauty and the beast type of energy here in their dynamics, right? And again, if there's mirroring, you know, you're both seeing each other, is one or the other, or you both toggle again back and forth between the beauty and the beast type of energy. But nonetheless, it's saying you need space in a relationship. So I do feel there's distance, there is space. They may be feeling, I don't want to say the word ugly. They may be feeling undesirable due to not appearance, but behavior. You know, I feel like past behavior, there's something here that they're regretting. Obsessive grief. I feel too like there could literally be some sort of, I wanted to say the word dysmorphia, and I'm not even really quite sure what's meant by that. It's like almost like, it feels like a, you know, like I'm just going to give an example of like anorexia, when you distorted is the word, view of themselves. So they may be, you may see them as one way, but they see themselves, it's like when they look in the mirror, they see themselves in a wholly distorted way. This could be you, coming from you, it could be coming from them, it could be by looking at the relationship, but then it being distorted, seeing something in a very distorted way, whether it be themselves, whether this is you. Something is being looked at in a very distorted way, not like it truly is. Because anorexia, you know, you could be very, very thin and see yourself as heavy in the mirror, physically heavy in the mirror, and not, you know, proportionately right with your body, like body dysmorphia or whatever they say. I'm not even sure why that's coming out. But something is being distorted in a way that is just not the truth. It's not reality, right? So that's what they're wanting you to know in this moment. And their space is needed. So if space is being taken by you or by them, kudos. It needs to be there. Don't worry about it. Don't make it, don't worry about it. Just the space is needed. You need space in a relationship. So maybe they step back because they know you needed it, or you step back because you know they needed it, or you needed it, or whatever. But whatever the space or distance is, or whoever's fault you think it is, or whatever, it's needed. So don't worry about too much. Don't put too much time or effort or energy into that space, because it's totally in alignment. That they are definitely replaying conversations, looking at pictures or videos or movies or something. They're replaying something, not just in their mind, but I feel like on the internet they are looking. So if they have access to your photo albums, they're digging through there. If you've sent them videos or anything, they are playing them. Or if they have, like say you're a tarot reader, they're on your channel looking at your tarot, whatever. They're looking at something repeatedly. And what I was saying, it wasn't just why I picked this card up to tell you that, because it says it on this other card, but it's not just in their mind, it's on the internet. It's on a computer. It's on something digital with the web. Seven of Wands fell out. There was no prompt. It says bravery. So if Seven of Wands is a card of, again, a bit of restraint, holding back. So having that bravery to kind of keep something at arm's length, keep something at a distance, right? But we're going to look at the first prompt. And the first prompt is, what is in their head? What is in this person's thoughts, their mental space in regards to you? At this time, what is in this person's thoughts, mental space in regards to the connection? We have the paranormal, curiosity. What did I say? Totally. And I want to give it a little look-see here. So they're totally curious, and that could be why they're back there looking. They're back in your photos, they're back in your combo, they're back into whatever it is you sent to them, or that they have access to, or you have access to them, or you have given access to them. They're looking at it, they're replaying it, they're revisiting it. If you have a place online, they're there. They're curious about you, they're looking to see. And just give me a second too, because the trumpet. There's a trumpet in, looks like a candle opera there, or the paranormal. I'm just going to take a quick peek too, because I'm not sure which one that is. Okay, it's a bonus card. That's why I can't figure out what it is in the tarot. It's a bonus card. And I'm going to read it because this is going to be different. So there's something different here they're thinking. So they could be thinking in a different way than they used to, or thinking outside the box. This is interesting to me. Something told me to look. Okay. So bear with me. It says, I've learned the hard way that there are some things that should remain a mystery and should be left alone. Of course, discover which at your own risk. Curiosity. These beautiful sisters gather around and initiate a seance to contact a spirit that has been lingering in their home for a long time. The spirit is an intruder, a nuisance, an entity that does nothing but annoy and frustrate people. The redhead and blonde sisters are very sensitive and they are scared. They warn their brunette sister about the consequences of meddling with the unknown. Of course, the brunette sister, who was far braver, and bravery fell out, did it not? Who was far braver and tougher than her two sensitive siblings, who initiated this seance in the first place, regards their advice and proceeds to contact the spirit. Disregards their advice and proceeds to contact the spirit to cast it out of their home for good. So I'm going to just read. In a reading, this card represents the dire need to figure something out. Things are a mystery to you and you may not be able to solve it. There is a calling. Yeah, that's the trumpet, the calling. There is a calling from the unknown that summons your attention. Follow it and see what you discover. A bit of skepticism clouds your beliefs, and you feel that you must prove something right or wrong, either or. Don't step on anybody's personal beliefs. So, they're being brave. I mean, something's telling them, part of them, and that could be the tempering. Here we go back to the tempering. Something's telling them not to look or to try to, there's a mystery. They're mystified about something in regards to you. And that they're going back and forth in their head because it says they gather around to do a seance to look at an intruding, so the intruder would be the thoughts. They're having intruding thoughts that would do this. It's like, I feel like this is not a normal thing for this person. I feel like maybe they are able to move on easily and they moved on from you, and then there's something annoying here. There's an endless looking back and they don't understand it. So this is the intruder. This endless looking back, they're mystified perhaps as to why they're looking back, why they're drawn back to you, and that's the intruder. The spirit is an intruder, and it's a nuisance, and this energy does nothing but annoy and frustrate them. So then they bravely disregard their fear because they're afraid. They're afraid to keep looking. They're afraid to keep. The two other sisters are afraid to keep looking to figure this out. Like there's a fear in trying to figure, like they know they're looking back, they're not sure why, it's annoying them, and there's a fear into finding out. So there's something here that they can't put their finger on, and they're also afraid of realizing. There's a fear of a realization here, but they overcome the fear of digging around and trying to figure this out, and that's the tempering. They're going back and forth in their head, back and forth in their head. That was the sense of the 14 on this card of tempering. So they'll go back and they'll look and they'll ponder, wonder what this is. Why am I continuing to feel this way? Why am I continually being called back? Why do I feel so sad about this ending when it would be a normal cut and dry kind of thing for them in the past? I felt, you know, like it wouldn't bother them so much. So I'm definitely getting, there's something here that they don't want to, you know, that they kind of were brave enough to go, well, okay, I'm going to keep meddling here. I'm going to figure this out. So they're digging around in their thoughts. Not only their thoughts, they're going back and rereading, rewatching, relooking, trying to figure this out, this curiosity. But the calling part, this trumpet, there is a calling. Their soul is calling them. It's an unrest. So, like, I feel like when they try to kind of move on mentally or emotionally, there's an unrest that pulls them back. It's the unending sadness of looking back. It's almost like a purgatory type of feeling, like there's an unrest about it. They're drawn back. There's a need to do it. They may not understand it. There's a fear around what they may find or what they might realize, but they've overcome it and they're pursuing this calling over the fear of their ego. Their ego is the fear, but the calling is higher, and so they're going back. So in their mind, this paranormal, this mysterious curiosity, which is foreign to them, okay, is what's on their mind about you right now. What is in this person's heart? This is going to be a little longer this week than usual. What is in this person's heart about you at this time, in their true heart, in their emotional space about you at this time? Ace of Pentacles, abundance. So it feels like they're in their feels. They're feeling something. There's a new seed, a new energy, a new felt experience. So this may be something new to them. They may have never felt this way, because this is a feeling. This is Earth Pentacle. So this is an ability to actually feel, to have something tangible, to be something real. So there's something new sprouting here in their heart in regards to you. So there's new energy. It could be even new energy for them. And this looks like a little, I have to get my magnifier. My lighting is bad. Oh, it's a little green, look like a little green tree sprout, but it's actually a little green gem. So green is also the heart chakra. It's also very healing, grounded energy coming up. What do they know without knowing how they know? So this is a knowing, it could be something to do with this little, you know, draw back, you know, that is unfamiliar to them, but they're trying to investigate. So what did they know without knowing how they know? So what is coming? So for me, this is more like what's becoming conscious, like what is coming to their consciousness that was buried in the subconscious. So what is becoming known, coming out of the subconscious about you into this conscious thoughts. So what is coming up from the subconscious to the conscious into the knowing? Seven of Wands, bravery, and that came out. There's a goldfish too, so I am going to read a little bit about Seven of Wands. I've never let anyone defeat me, and you won't either. You're stronger than they are, so fight till you can't fight anymore. Bravery. It says, in a reading, this card represents having the courage to overcome any problem or obstacle that stands in your way. You are in the middle of facing a challenge, one where you will have to show that you can conquer or handle it with professionalism. When you feel like you're being used and abused, know that you have the advantage and strength to stand up to defend yourself. So the Siren Princess and several of her savvy guardian goldfish are prepared to fight another epic battle coming their way. So trial and error as well as defeat have trained them well, and the conflict will put them to the test. Time has made them stronger, smarter, and durable. They possess no fear or remorse in their desire to defend what is rightfully theirs. Of course, these battles and the next ones are fought with dignity, and they are aware of what will more to come. So what's coming conscious for them is their desire to defend what is rightfully theirs, is what I felt when I read it. Their desire to defend what is rightfully theirs is what is becoming conscious. For right or wrong, because it says it may even feel wrong to them. Trial and error as well as defeat have trained them well. So it can be that they're not afraid. They're no longer fearing defeat. They may feel like right or wrong. There may be something that feels wrong to them about this, but they are becoming conscious of a desire to defend what is rightfully theirs. So they're becoming conscious of a desire to fight for this connection, to fight for you, to revisit it, to re-engage in it. Or maybe in the past they have felt defeated because of the, due to this connection for some reason and just walked away, or in the past when they have felt defeated, they just kind of walked away and left it go. But they're becoming, out of the unconscious to the conscious is a desire to have what is rightfully theirs. So becoming more conscious of that desire and the feeling that it is rightfully theirs, regardless of right or wrong. Like they feel like they're in the right, that this is theirs. And the desire to pursue it. So they're becoming more conscious of that inner desire. What they want to do. So what they really want to do. And then it'll be what they want to do and then what they will actually do. So what do they want to do? So these may differ. So what do they want to do? Like on a conscious level, in their mind and in their heart, what they want to do about this right now. This is just this week, this snapshot in time. And we have 8 of Wands. Message. It came up in reverse. I don't really do reversals, but it's on their mind. The fact that they haven't messaged. Messaging is on their mind. They may or may not do it because it was in reverse. Undercurrent here is the Tower. There was an abruption. 16. Tower is a Tower is a card of things falling apart rather quickly, a disturbance. So what they want to do, they may want to make an abrupt change around messaging, around communication. They may be thinking and feeling there was an abrupt ending to communication in the past, or how they've done that. Because it was in reverse, and maybe they quickly ended communication. They may want to write it. There's something they want to do around destructing and reconstructing communication in some way. Okay, that's what they want to do. So what they will do, remember this is a snapshot in time. This is just for this week or until I do another one. What they will do. And because it was in reverse, they may be thinking about it, but not actually want to do it right now. They may not want to communicate, because it did say need time and space, because this came out, when I set this down, this came underneath here. So it can be like it's on their mind, but they're thinking, oh, I better not right now. Actually, these are both 8s. Look, they're mirroring each other. Oh my God, I just realized that. 8 and 8. So they may be wanting to just leave more space between this right now. because they're processing this, they're tempering it, like I said in the beginning. But so that was what they want to do, what they will actually do right now. And then the Three of Pentacles, and it is mastership. Three of Pentacles is cooperation, collaboration, mastership. Let's just see what the booklet says. Because when I read it, something will snap. Something, just like the desire thing. Something will pop about what they're going to do. Okay, so look at what you've done. You've mastered something that we like so much. How about you try and do the same for yourself? Three planetary teenage witches who represent Mars, Earth, and the Moon stand in preparation with their keen skills, ready to make their galaxy a safer place for living. The witch representing Mars sets the stage for everything to go into action. The witch representing Earth makes sure that everything runs naturally, and the witch representing the Moon is responsible for seeing things go into cycles. After all their training, they know exactly what has to be done in order to keep residents and their planet safe and sound. But in order to make the planets a safer place to live, they will all collaborate together. Three minds will become one. In a reading, this card represents the process of putting ideas and skills to work for further development. You started on a new project and you will see it through. This is a time for collaboration with others when everyone will need to share ideas. You will have to be meticulous and to have something completed the way you want it. You'll be teaching someone how things should be accomplished. Your recognitions will be fully satisfying. So the three, the Mars, Earth, and the Moon. So planetary collaboration. It's kind of making me feel like setting the stage, making sure everything runs naturally, and being responsible for seeing things going into cycles. Feels like timing, collaborating. It's taking me back to the feeling of the Temperance card, of moderating, making sure you have a plan, which way you're going to, how, what path you're going to take with this. So it feels a bit, it doesn't feel very action oriented to me. It feels like a lot of planning, timing, making sure things run smoothly. So it feels like a lot of preparation, but in collaboration with planetary. So this may be somebody that manifests too. This may be a very conscious manifester, sensing, or maybe they're intuitive. They sense it's not the right time, wanting to message, but knowing that space and distance is still needed. We had the Ace of Pentacles. So this is this was something, what was this one? This was what was in their heart. This is something growing in their heart. And a new seed planted needs time to grow, right? So this feels very much manifesty. This feels very much collaborating with the natural elements, the cycles of the planetary energies, and timing aspected. It's like two of them have their eyes shut. So there's an inner knowing, but also one has their eyes open. So also with an eye to the practical. So I feel like they're keeping an eye on things here. They may be watching you, or again, trying to suss out things on the earth plane, like in reality, but also working with planetary energies, the astral, psychic energies, the inner knowings, but also like spirit, like relying on spirit, perhaps relying on faith, the divine timing, but also keeping their eye on the practical energies in regards to it. So there's like a collaboration of energies, but not a lot of, I don't feel like anything, you're going to see any physical action. And I really don't feel like you're going to see a message right now this week either. This did come up, but I do feel like it's on their mind. But again, with it on their mind, I feel like it's on their mind in regards to timing and something needing to be right in the center card. And I'm also seeing red, white, and blue here. I can't help it right now. Red, white, and blue is, of course, liberation, freedom. For some, I don't like to do timing or timing predictions, but it could be something around the 4th of July with red, white, and blue. They may be, maybe they are planning for timing for that to message. I don't know, but that's like a week or so away. We'll see on next week's if I do one. But it's to be free of something too, I feel. To free yourself of an energy, maybe with the darker color in the center or darker energy, needing to have rid themselves of a darker shadow aspect or something. There's something on a very practical term in a more negative aspect that may need to free themselves from, and they're waiting for the right timing to do that. There's something here, but I don't, in regards to actual movement, I don't think you're gonna see a lot of that this week. There's an internal but yet practical collaboration of energies in regards to timing. For some, maybe around the 4th of July. Of course, I'm not predicting time because it's nearly impossible these days for that. So anyway, hopefully everyone has enjoyed this reading. Angel blessings to everyone and oceans of love.